fish are gonna react a couple different ways. I mean, they're fish, like I said earlier, you don't know, right? None of us have it dialed, none of us have it locked. We all think we do, but we don't. So I tend to think the way they're gonna react depends on their positioning and where they are and stuff. They often will, depending on the type of water, eat a terrestrial pretty aggressively. They may not crush it, but they come up and get it. Sometimes they come up super slow, but most of the time they're kind of moving when they come and get it. And I think if you remember anything about this kind of fishing, about big terrestrials and big dries, be patient. If they hit it super aggressively, you don't need to jerk super aggressively. If they hit it super aggressively, just clamp down and raise your rod tip. You're gonna get them. If they eat it super slow, pick it up, come up high, and you get a little tension on it. If you get aggressive with your strike, you're either gonna break it off or take it away from them. I think patience is key no matter how they're reacting and how they're behaving. You see them eat it, just pick it up nice and slow, you get them. They eat it super aggressively, you can pick it up a little more aggressively, but trying to set and jerk back, you'll either take it away from them or oftentimes you'll just break them off, even if you're fishing 3X. A lot of times you'll see people often with those big fish, you see the size of the head come up and they get excited, and the minute the fly gets to them, they try to set, and that's not gonna work. I've never been to New Zealand, but I've heard the people in New Zealand have a little saying that you gotta say, let the fish close its mouth and say, God save the queen before you set. I've heard people say, you know, 1, 2, 3, something, something. I think you just have to remember, whatever works for you, be patient. When the fish has got their mouth open and they're not moving, they're literally waiting for that fly to come in. At least remember, when they close their mouth and they tilt their head down, that's when you set. Not when they close their mouth, because you're gonna jerk it right out, but when they close their mouth and they tilt their head down, raise your rod tip. And you don't have to set, I mentioned this yesterday, you don't have to set super hard, just raise the rod tip. Because the fly is in the fish's mouth. When you raise the rod tip, if his head's tilted down, the hook is either gonna immediately sink into his lower jaw, or if it turns over, it's gonna get him in the upper lip, and you got him. You got a solid hook set at that point. So remember, like with terrestrial fishing, whether you're in the boat or wade fishing, and if you're on a boat and you're in a raft, it's particularly important, and I fish out of rafts a lot, there's stuff that line can get caught on everywhere. So try to remember to manage your line, not only to keep it from getting hung up on things, but to get the fish, right? If you have this much line out, like I said, I like a lot of line at my feet. If I have that much line out, I go like that, the fly doesn't come off the water and it isn't gonna hook the fish. If you have that much line out and you're managing it, all right, so you make your cast, you're managing it with your right and your left. You're stripping with your left to follow it down the current, but you're also keeping that left hand. So if I see a fish eat, I pinch and lift and I got him. If I don't do that, I see people do this all the time. What are you gonna do when the fish eats? Now what? You can't get him. You have to be able to come tight somehow, right? Right there, I'm stripping, I'm staying with the current. If I want to twitch, I got to strip a little more because I got more line coming at me, right? So it's all about paying attention to what it's going to take to stick him. Just like this, it's coming at me pretty fast. I cast out in that current quite a ways, so that's coming at me quick, but I have it in my right hand too, because if he eats, I want to pinch, lift. Just keep up with it. If I want to strip to move it, I got to do that, but I should keep my hand so I can pinch and lift. Then I can get him. If you pinch and you got him, you can finish stripping, you can get back to your reel, use your little finger to pick that line up, and there you go.